All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Chris. I'm joined by Lindsay and Allison today. I know we're just a minute before the start time, the official start time. Oh, there it is. So we'll give everybody just a moment or two to filter in here.
This is where we need some snappy music while people are waiting.
I think Lindsay can probably snap some snappy music and do a dance. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
See,
There we
well,
go.
I'm the entertainment. This is really what the people came for.
All right. I think most people looks like have kind of made their way in. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, congratulations. The three of us, like to congratulate you all on getting through a crazy, crazy tax season. So we know that you're all great at meeting deadlines, and that you can only really do that if your clients get you their documents on time. So for just a quick little icebreaker, what we'd like to do is run you through a quick two polls. So Lindsay's going to help us launch those. And let's go ahead and see if those pop on screen here. Fantastic. Audience poll number one. It's pretty simple one. How crazy were these past few months for you? Pretty crazy, manageable, or actually went really well? So let's just give, I don't know, another 20 seconds or so to get this one out.
Should be an easy choice. People should know.
Yeah.
No
yeah.
research required.
Hardest part's probably finding the keyboard. Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll move on to audience poll number two here when Lindsay has enough of them in. Here it comes. All right, quick poll number two, only two options here. For Liscio users, for those of you who are current clients, when you compare this tax season to last year's, how'd it go? About the same or much better than last year? And what we're looking for here is for those of you who are using Liscio and things went a lot better this year, what features in particular were the biggest help to you? So our inquiring minds want to know. If you can do us a favor, answer the polling question, and then if you can go to chat, let us know what was most helpful. It's always great for us to pass the feedback back to our product team. Okay, so we'll go ahead and close this up in just a moment. And Lindsay, if you have any comments on this, please feel free to.
Oh, we're getting some great comments in here. Fantastic. Client participation, e-sign. Fantastic. Yeah, keep them coming.
Benita's new to Liscio. Welcome. Welcome to the Liscio family.
Uploading files. Yeah.
Yeah, for the first poll, it looks like a lot of people said pretty crazy. That's to be expected. Good luck. Good job, guys, getting through that.
Yeah, so keep those coming in, and maybe we'll have a little bit of time at the end. So maybe we can talk about some of the key features, and we'll go through those, and maybe we can share a couple of the stories or bits that come through. Okay. So really, I think in the first half of the year, we here at Liscio, we really devoted ourselves to simplifying the online experience for your clients. That was really our goal number one, right? And we wanted to accommodate as many of those people because many weren't able or willing to leave the home. And they're working for the first time with their accountants and bookkeepers. So we feel like we made some pretty good strides in that department. And we're happy to say that we've helped significantly more people this year make the leap online than in any other previous year. So we're going to keep going on that. We're going to keep pushing to make improvements for end users. But we really this year wanted to put an emphasis on firm efficiency as well. And we're very, very happy to be announcing and reporting on our progress on that front today. So let's go ahead and get into a bit of the meat here. So firm efficiency for us is moving center stage, right? So what do we know? Well, we want to give you more power. We want to give you new integrations, and we want to reduce the number of clicks you have to go through in your day-to-day. So first point is third-party software integrations. Those are be coming out of us fast and furious. I'm happy to show you some of that action today. Number two, machine learning. As you all know, computational power is pretty impressive these days. Software can do a little bit more lifting. We want to participate in that. We want to help you with that. So we're going to be giving a report on our machine learning progress today as well. New modules, of course, those of you who've been with us for a while know we are constantly rolling out and pushing new modules and new code. You're going to get some reporting from us on that as well. And then we're going to keep on refining existing features. We know there's a lot of things you want from us. And as you know, as you might know, our development cycle is going to be really rich on large feature deliverables, typically when their tax season isn't peaking. This year is a little bit different. And then during tax season, we're going to be rolling out a lot of little things that make your life a lot easier. So you'll see a lot of that coming from us in the next couple of months. So let's start by going through one of our major new features, which is how we're going to help you get files to clients much more simply. So for those of you who aren't using Liscio Desktop today and aren't familiar with how you can push files to any system, let's start with a bit of a recap for what the environment looks like. A lot of you have email, accounting systems such as QuickBooks or Xero. We've got the tax system. We've got bank websites. We've got document storage. We've got files on our desktop. We've got paper we're running through scanners. There's a lot of different ways to get that we need to get from to our clients, right? So we think about email. Well, you can obviously download a file from any system, upload it to email, but there are problems with that. It's not secure. Email is a silo, and it's disorganized, particularly on the client side. Did we send it? Can they find it? All those questions pop up. So a lot of firms move and they use integrated tax portals. Putting the portal simple. Sometimes you need to select a folder depending on the portal, but then you have to switch over to email. Enter the recipients, add a subject line, send. And again, the communication is going to go on email, but the files are going to run in an entirely different track, right? There's going to be a separate link and so forth. That's pretty good. It's better than just sending an email, but it's not going to cover all the scenarios either, right? It's only for tax documents, so that you have to do something else. Well, maybe that includes an integrated scanner. So if it's integrated with document storage, you can scan directly to doc storage. You still have to select the folder, and then you're going to have to jump over to email again, do the same things, enter recipients, add your subject line, send. Again, two systems that your clients be dealing with on the receiving end. And if none of the above, then there's generic file storage, right? So download the file, log into the storage, navigate to the folder, upload it, then switch to email, do all the same stuff. That's a lot of clicks, and it has the same problems as everything else. So this is a state of play, and chances are you're already using multiple of these different processes inside the firm. So if you're using Liscio Desktop, we also know that that can be improved. You send the file to Liscio, you have to find it, retag it, and then add the file to a message, right, before you send it. So if we multiply the time it takes to go through each of these steps by the number of files you're sending every year, the hours are really meaningful. And so obviously we're very interested in helping you make a leap forward in terms of both consistency of process and efficiency. And that's where we have been working very, very diligently on Liscio Dispatch. And that's what we want to go ahead and show you today. So for those of you who are using Liscio Desktop, Liscio Dispatch is a replacement. It's more aptly named for what it does, and it's much more powerful. So here's the deal. As long as you can print a file from your computer to Liscio, you can use Dispatch to get it out there. It's going to be secure, and it's going to go straight to your client. And it's going to happen in one smooth motion. And what's nice about it is you can not only print the file from any system, you can also scan it, or you can drag and drop it from your computer. I'd like to show you that now, because we're going to compose, tag, and send in one step. Okay, so let's take a look.
And Chris, we're getting a lot of comments about, I love it. Karen's like, love, 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 love Liscio Dispatch. Also, a couple questions about how is Liscio Desktop different from the browser version? So maybe you could touch on that as you go through.
Sure, let's do that. So let me show you what we got first. And I just pulled up a government form, right? Just a PDF that's out on the web. And again, this could be from QuickBooks or from email or from your browser. It doesn't matter, or from your scanner. The key here is, as long as you can go ahead and send the PDF file to a folder, it'll work. So I got this file here. It's saved as a PDF. I'm gonna click on save here. I'm gonna go ahead and say, what time is it right now? It's 12:40, so that's the time. You'll see Liscio Dispatch will be in your quick access bar if you're on a PC, or in your favorites bar if you're on a Mac. Just hit save. That's all you need to do. Okay. What'll happen is that file will upload automatically. I didn't touch anything. That file will upload to us. If it's not, yeah. Once it uploads, we're going to go ahead and load the Liscio Dispatch screen automatically. You can come in here, hit 2, type in Christine Client, pick her account. You can put a year and a month on here. You can tag the file. You can put a message here. Here is the form we were talking about. Okay. All in one smooth motion. That's it. Hit upload, it sends it. If you don't want the client to see it, make it private. If you don't want to send a message, you just want to alert them that the file is there, click on do not send a message. That's it. Hit upload, and you're done. If you heard my phone just beep right there, that was Christine Client getting the message that she now has a file with that message. It's that simple. Okay. So that is Liscio Dispatch. That's how simple we can make that motion. And there's a lot more. What was interesting is my computer just lost the screen I was on with my presentation. So let me bring that
You are
up.
getting a lot of really mixed feedback on the number of icons on your desktop, though.
That's not the first time. It probably won't be the last time.
I told them that I comment on that pretty much any time I see
it's very orderly though. It's grid-like. It's nice.
It's an ongoing battle, I tell you. I need a icon dispatch for my computer. How's that?
Yeah. So while you're bringing that up, Chris, a couple of questions. Somebody asked about whether you could do a Word or an Excel doc, or if it has to be a PDF. Mm-hmm. And then also, is there a way to queue up multiple files through Dispatch prior to sending? So those feel like good questions.
Those are great questions, and they're going to go right into our roadmap. So let's talk about that. So what you're getting here, and what you're getting in Liscio Dispatch is, you're really getting an extensible platform. So we are not done. We are not done with this. What you're going to get when you download it, and Lindsay, would be helpful is actually to put the videos into the chat.
Oh, trust me, I have already plugged our YouTube channel. Lorraine actually called me out. Yes. So everyone, if you go to youtube.com and look at Liscio CX, we have a brand new video up there that'll walk you through how to install it, how to use it, everything like that.
And Niall was asking if it's not, why is it not showing up in the printers? I think that's maybe something just to clarify, Chris, that it doesn't show up in the print list. You print to PDF and then you put it in. Then Dispatch pops up.
Yeah, it's not a print driver. It's not a print driver.
Yeah.
Print drivers are a little finicky, not as easy to install on a lot of platforms, et cetera.
Plus, we'd have to do coding on all those print drivers, wouldn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, it's more modern, what we're doing right there. And it's going to get better. So what you're going to get is you're getting an extensible platform, right? So that means we're going to keep on building this out. And it does ship with the ability to auto update. So you're going to download it once, and we're going to be able to, over the air, load the new features into it. And so those are going to include very quickly some major components. One is the machine learning upgrade. So you saw that I had to go in there and I picked a year and I picked a tag. We're going to start to take a pretty strong educated guess at how to automatically tag, add year, and add month to a file. Okay, we're seeing already a 70 to 80% hit rate in the machine learning in terms of success. So we'll take a guess, we'll present it to you. If we didn't get it right, you can go ahead and change it. But if we get it right 4 out of 5 times, that's just a lot fewer clicks for you. Okay, so you're going to be in more of a review and an editor mode than in having to do it every single time mode. So that's one. 2, right there, we went ahead and sent the file as a message. You know, if you're using Liscio, you know we have tasks, and we're about to introduce invoicing. You'll also be able to send that file package through as a task attachment or as an invoice to a client. So we think those will be really helpful. Also, we have a great ambition to get templates in. So many of you are using templates. We recognize that. You're using a template because you're sending the same tax return or something like that over and over. you want to have the ability to say, pick the text you want to send and hit go. So we want to get there. There's a nice workaround in the interim, which you can cut and paste from a notepad or something like that. So it's not a massive, massive savings, but templates are going to be really nice. So continue to use notepad and cut and paste until we have that. And then the big one, this is going to be important. We've never talked about this before. We're going to let you send a file without requiring the recipient to log into Liscio to get it. Okay? That's a pretty major feature. It kind of, it addresses if you have a banker or something like that, we're going to go ahead and send them a way to retrieve the file, likely via an expiring link, but it won't require Liscio login. So it's going to be max security for most of the files you send, but if you specifically have something that you want to use Liscio Dispatch or anything Liscio for, just for transparency and so forth, that doesn't have to be secure, you need to send it out, we're going to open that door for you.
I almost want like dramatic music at this point. Ta-da!
That's Lindsay again. So there's more. I'm going to get into the Microsoft Office piece because you asked about Excel and Word docs, etc. We're going to get into that in the next section because I do have that on a slide. We are going to get there. Multiple files is also an interesting one. We'll take a look into that. We're starting with what we have because most of this, what we're seeing is a relatively simple use case. We want to get this in your hands as soon as possible. Okay. This is available today. This is available right now. All you need to do, follow Lindsay's YouTube instructions. It's pretty smart stuff. If you're on a Mac, it'll give you the Mac version. If you're on a PC, you get the PC version. The devs really put a lot of extra thought and attention into the detail. Okay. So next, we're bridging to third-party storage. We recognize not 100% of files are necessarily going to be in Liscio. And many of you are using OneDrive, you're using Google, you're using Box, Dropbox, etc. We want to give you more options there. So we have a new section. We have a new section in the product I'd like to show you, which is third-party storage. And it's starting with OneDrive integration. So I'd like to go ahead and pop over to, here it is, pop over to Liscio. So what will happen is if you go to your name, and this will be out on Friday, so you won't be able to do it yet. It'll be out on Friday. If you go to your name, and you're going to see over here, third-party apps, you can come in here, you can connect your OneDrive. All you need to do, it's not connected to me right now. I'm going to go ahead and connect it right there. Just click on connect. It's going to talk to Microsoft. If you're already signed into Microsoft, it's going to go ahead and create the permissions with Liscio, just like that. Connected OneDrive. That's it. We're all set. Okay. So push button easy. Next, if we go to add new, and if you go to a task or a message, etc., you can come in here and wherever you have the browse icon, if you click on it, it's going to give you OneDrive as an option. Pop in there, and guess what? Your files and any files that are shared with you are going to be accessible here. You can go ahead and multi-attach, hit select. It'll bring those right into your message, your task, etc. Okay? So really, really easy. Just trying to make it a little bit smoother for you to get through your day. So with that in mind, we have a roadmap to expand that simplicity. Google users, you will get Google Drive integration in December. For those of you who want Microsoft Office capability, bring those Excel files, Word files, and so forth up. That's clearly on deck. That's in our top 5 now. We recognize the collaboration potential there and want to deliver that. Some of you are using Box and Dropbox. Again, those are going to be options you'll be able to add. And if you're using multiple of these systems, so for whatever reason, you love technology and you use Drive, Box, Dropbox, and Microsoft, you'll be able to add all of them. Okay, we're not going to restrict you. Just go for it. Once we have those integrations in, we'll allow you to sync files back from Liscio to the third-party storage. This is to recognize, we want to recognize that for many of you, not all of you, but for many of you, you want to have permanent files in one place and client-facing files in another. That's great. We support you. We support your workflows. We're embracing how you want to work. Okay. So look for all of those from us. Again, Microsoft OneDrive this Friday, Google Drive, give us 60 days or fewer. That'll be in, and much more to come right after. Does So that's our file integration roadmap. Email integration, I know you've all been waiting for this as well. This is on deck. We are about to get it into final test. I think we'll have it in final test in about a week, which means it'll be in your hands probably 2 weeks or so after that. So for those of you who haven't seen this before, you're going to get the Open Liscio add-in directly in your Microsoft Outlook email. It's going to give you a sidebar here with the ability to log in. And again, it's like logging in today. It's dead simple. Log in with Google or log in with 365. Then you can go ahead and log your messages, create tasks, or create notes. Super easy. So if an email comes in, you can't get to it right now, but you want to make sure it stays on your radar, create a task. Task type will be a to-do. Create a task for yourself, give it a date, give it an account, type in a description. Boom, you create a task for you to take care of later. Okay, so you're no longer having to use email as a running to-do list. Obviously, if you want to do the other features in there like log a message, it's just 2 clicks. So dead simple email integration for Microsoft in November. Okay. Also in November, we're going to be launching what we're calling internally Liscio Guidance. So for those of you who have clients that aren't super tech savvy, or if you onboard a new employee, or if we have a new feature, what Liscio Guidance is going to allow you to do is to go into Liscio and launch a tutorial. It's more than a tutorial. It's actually an interactive experience that'll guide you through how to accomplish a simple task. So what I'd like to do is just give you a quick taste of what that'll look like. So let's say you have a client, they don't know how to send a file. We'll have a workflow little aid in the product. They click that says how to send a file. All they need to do is follow the prompts, hit let's go. What we'll do is we will prompt them. We'll say click add new. Now, this is not just a tutorial. When they actually click add new, it'll go to the next step in the process. So they're actually going to add the file by following these steps. Click file. Okay, I can do that. They're in here, click the to field. Okay, good. See what I mean? It just guides them step by step and tells them if there's additional detail. For example, if you have multiple accounts, select the relevant account. It'll tell them exactly what to do. So this will help your clients who are not as technically proficient get through it. And also if we launch a new feature, you'll be able to get the walkthrough directly in product. That's Liscio Guidance. That'll be out with our first flows in just a couple weeks. Okay, quick time check. We've got 8 minutes. We should be just on time. Liscio invoicing. This is also coming soon. This is the first screenshot. You saw it here first. It's going to be invoicing. Your clients can pay you directly through one click. Okay, it'll go straight to them, have the invoice details, the customer details, and so forth. They can click pay invoice. They'll be able to pay you directly in their Liscio account if they prefer more security. If they're not in their Liscio account, you still want to get them to pay you, they can pay you through the email link. Okay, so we talked about it earlier. We talked about this notion that you'll be able to send a file without requiring a login email. You will also be able to send an invoice without requiring them to log into Liscio to pay it. Obviously, it's going to be easier if they log into Liscio because we're going to have all of their ACH information or credit card information securely on file. That's clearly the preferred mode of work. And we can help you get those ACH authorization forms and so forth back using eDocs to create that complete experience. But if you have somebody, you just need to get a one-off bill due, et cetera, and they're happy paying through email, that option is on the table, okay? So we'll be able to cover 100% of the population that you're billing. You'll be able to send invoices, directly through Liscio Dispatch to us, attach them if you want. So use whatever systems you want, but know that you're going to have a great experience, mobile and web, for billing your clients, all part of your existing Liscio package. This will ship as soon as we can get it out, okay? So this is very much in the works right now. So, quick recap. Liscio Dispatch, available now. Go get it. OneDrive, available this Friday. Outlook 365, full integration, November. Couple weeks, 3-4 weeks. Liscio Guidance, same thing, 3 or 4 weeks. Machine learning, coming out in December. Google Drive also coming out in December. And Liscio Invoicing and Android Scanner, I know a lot of you have been waiting for Android Scanner, both are in development. We're going to have those out. And then we're going to go back in, a lot more to come after that. So a lot of little features, some bigger ones. We have some surprises up our sleeve for sure. But we want to give you a quick preview in terms of what you can expect today and through the rest of this quarter. So with that, we have a few minutes left. We have 5 minutes left. Maybe we can go through some comments, some questions. Allison, Lindsay, what are we seeing out there?
Yeah, a couple on whether we're going to be integrating with Thomson Reuters Onvio. And that sort of came up a couple of times about OneDrive integration. Are we going to integrate with Onvio? And then there was a number of questions about the invoicing and who the I don't know if I'm going to use the right terms here, but who the payment vendor would be on the back end. Like who is it our own platform, or are we going to be using? Could you connect to the one you're using? So those seem to be the main ones. As you're answering those, we'll have Lindsay take a look and see whether there's some others that she thinks we should ask.
Sure, sounds good. So to the extent that Onvio is open and has an open API, we will clearly integrate with it. My understanding, and I could be a little bit behind the times on this, but my understanding is that Onvio does not have an open API. Their CTO said they're going to do that, and they said it's going to be available, I think, 2019. But here we are, end of 2020, end of 2020, and it's not anywhere in sight. If you do hear about it or see it, let us know. We'll take a look at it. It'd be great to plug into it. But I think it's going to be mostly dependent on their development roadmap in terms of our ability to deliver.
Yeah, so I think what you would do is you just print from like UltraTax if you wanted to get it to a client, right? You just print from one of the Thomson Reuters things, products, and then print the report, right? That would be kind of the way that we're thinking about it, right, Chris?
Yeah, that's what we can do for now. And then later, to the extent that there's something direct, given the number of clients we have using Thomson Reuters product, it would be I'm sure there'd be a race to get that done. So you can count on that. So that's the Onvio piece. What was the second question?
It was about payments, and really just kind of just a great amount of curiosity about who the payment vendor was going to be on the back end. I think what is the word merchant services? I'm not quite sure the proper word to use for it.
Yeah, merchant services is the right way to go there. It'll be us. So we're going to offer credit card and ACH at chances are our rates are going to be better than what you're getting right now because we have the volume and so forth. So if you're paying somebody right now, you're probably not getting the same scale. And it's going to be fully integrated. So by running across our payment network, so to speak, there'll be a lot of benefits in terms of how we can handle all the various message or payment failures and integrations with other systems and so forth. So count on us delivering the entire package for you.
Do we have time for a couple more?
I think we do.
Yeah.
How soon to connect to MS SharePoint? Oh, sorry. Is that the one you were going to ask? Were you going to ask the SharePoint one?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Microsoft SharePoint.
Yeah, we're looking at SharePoint. We're looking at the full Microsoft stack, really. So OneDrive is clearly the easy entry to this, and just about everybody's using OneDrive. SharePoint we know is a major need. It's something we've already been researching. So maybe a little bit TMI, but Microsoft's been changing a lot of their APIs. So we're looking for what's in there that's stable and good and where you all see need. But we view the Microsoft 365 suite from top to bottom as being very attractive to integrate with. Teams Voice, Microsoft Forms, all that stuff. We view all that as being very attractive, and we're looking at pretty much every part of that stack for integration opportunities and really new ways to drive benefit for you all.
And Lindsay, what other ones would you think would be important in the last minute that we have?
Yeah, so I'm seeing a ton of the same questions. Are we going to integrate with QBO?
Yes.
Haha.
That's one of our next integrations. That's
love it.
Very high on the list.
Those comes through, and I was like, that's a perfect one.
That's one of the ones we're trying to keep up our sleeve, but that one's coming soon.
Seeing lots of rejoicing in the chat about that one.
Yeah, that's a can't miss. More Google, a lot of the more major players. If it's a major player and you all are using it, or many of you are using it, chances are it's on our minds. But if you have ideas and so forth, we are extraordinarily curious. We want to know what it is you see as key opportunities for us to help you save time. So keep the ideas coming. Join our Facebook group. That you can provide ideas there. Adam and chat here. We do read and consider all the input we're getting from you all. We very much appreciate it.
Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Liscio CX. You guys will get notified anytime we have a new tutorial video up, which means you guys will know when a new feature comes out. So, and I won't have to plug it as much on webinars if you all subscribe.
That's true. That's true. We actually do post these things before some of these webinars we have here. I think somebody had already installed Liscio Dispatch, been using it because of our Facebook and YouTube channels. So that's the inside track. Yeah, if you want the inside track, join up.
Join up on YouTube, guys. That's the way to do it.
And our new newsletter. We sent out our first newsletter in October. So letters from Liscio. So
tune in. Okay, we're right at the time. So we appreciate it. More to come. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help. I appreciate everybody showing up today.
Thanks everyone.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for your time.